Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I've been down for a little while. I tore the back of my heel off, and I'm out seeding, hobbling around, and checking on some cows finally. Put my boot on yesterday and tore it back off, but today I've got one boot on and one boot off. But I finally got tired of sitting around in the house with my foot up in the air, and got out and checking some cattle this evening. And you know, God, family, and country. We're in so much trouble in this country, especially here in Virginia, with the power grab that the new governors are trying, all the laws that they've tried to implement, the tax laws. Those tax laws are not forgotten. They just passed them on to the next legislative session. You know, for President Trump's big beautiful bill is in there for no tax on tips and overtime. Well, Virginia's new governor, decided not to go along with that. So, Virginians, you're getting taxed on your overtime. You people that work in restaurants, you're getting taxed on your tips. You voted for, you Democrats. She's turned into us. She run on affordability and being moderate. Actuality, she's a communist. Not only that, she's a New Jersey carpetbagger. She's not even from Virginia. We've got a lot of those in the legislature who are not true Virginians. You've got the one from India who's a Muslim, who's now trying to run for Congress, the head of the gun bill. These people are coming into this country, and they're transplants from other states like Spanberger. They're coming in to places to destroy. And we're being destroyed from within. These Muslims, you hear people say, well, they're good Muslims, they're good religion. There's some good Muslims, and there's some Islamists, Islamists they call them. Well, if they swear oath on the Quran when they take office, in that Quran, it plainly says they're allowed to lie. When they take office, when they get into Congress, their goal is to disarm the American people before we can be took over. You know, they was one in, I think, Florida come out the other day and plainly told the truth. We're not here to assimilate. We're here to take over. You will bow down to us, or you will be taken out. You got the Pope went over Africa, said that Muslims and Christians could live in peace. The day after he left, they put a bounty on Christians' heads. So much for every head of a Christian that they brought in. They're killing Christians right now. President Trump has sent an aircraft carrier in that region, so hopefully they'll put enough fear in them that they'll stop. If not, I'm sure he'll take action. But our fight goes on here. These Democrats want war. They want American against American. That's their goal. They have linked arms. They have become a communist regime. They're not the Democratic Party anymore. They are the Democratic Socialist Communists of America. That's what they are. Mark Warren, Tim Kaine, even Tim Kaine come out here a while back and said, you know, the state, more or less, was God. He said it in the Senate. He was really pretty fast called out on it, but that's their new beliefs. They believe the state is God. The state is master. You know, I don't think the American people in a whole will stand for this much longer. They're pushing and pushing. They want war. They want to rise up as a civil war. Virginia could be the new Fort Sumter. You know, they're pushing for it. And people won't stand forever. You know, this ain't too good a video. I really want to say a whole lot. But if I want to stay on this platform and at least talk to you like-minded people, if I say what I really want to say, I'll just be took off. We have to stay vigilant. We have to stand together. We have to stand up in one voice. If we don't stand up in one voice, people, and put a stop to this, then we're going to deserve what we get. Us older people need to stand up and fight for our children and grandchildren. We need to start talking to our kids and grandkids. You know, they took history out of schools. They don't even know history no more. It's amazing that these big podcasters, these big YouTubers, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, and all these others, you know what they are? They're corporate whores. They stuck their finger up in the air to see where the biggest money blows fast. And that's the opinion they took. I have unsubscribed from all those people because they're just corporate whores. They don't care about the American people. They care where them big paychecks come from. They can throw off the Republican or conservative and pick up the Democrats, snap your finger, because they can pull those into their algorithms and viewers, and they can switch parties on a dime. They can be for Trump one day and for somebody else the next. And they got a big enough millions of viewers that they can pull from each side. If they switch sides, they've got 1 million Democrats that will come over to them. But it don't matter to them. They're money whores. And you've got certain people on YouTube that's big that, you know, they decided, you know, just a meme that President Trump put out about God that was, he was blasphemous or whatever. He was, it was a psyops. The post about sending Iran back into the Stone Age was a psyop. He was talking about the Republican Guard, the Islamists, the mullahs. He wasn't talking about the regular Iranian people. People are so ignorant they have no common sense. I know people won't watch all this video, but it is what it is. You know, you hear some of these YouTubers, you know, they're making good money. They're buying tractors and they're buying new vehicles. And it's just a money racket. They fool people into believing that they really, really care about what's going on. But if you notice how they change with the algorithm, make sure that they don't lose that paycheck. You know, I like real channels, like K&H Tractor, McAree Farms, out in Nebraska. Real people. I like celebrating farm life, who just trying to start a homestead and show people, you know, their start, what they're learning, the mistakes they made. I like real stuff like that. I don't like stuff with people that tell their children on camera, fake it till you make it. And then they end up stealing content from the smaller channel because they got 100,000 subscribers and they no longer can find content, so they have to go to the smaller YouTubers to steal their content. It's all about money. I believe in being on here, speaking my mind, and trying to get people out to vote, and to save our country for our children and grandchildren, not let it be turned into a Muslim, Islamic nation, that you have to pray to Muhammad 5 times a day. I believe in getting back to freedom, to being able to afford a farm if you want one, or open up a barber shop, open up a grocery store, that you're able to do it without regulated to death. And the government come in taxing you out of existence. The Democrats firmly believe that you're not responsible enough to take care of your own money. So they need to tax you to death out of it so that you will fall in line. You know, Reagan was right. We're just one generation from losing this country. They're hell-bent, these Democrats, on making it into a communist, socialist nation. You better wake up before it's too late. You see what's happened here in Virginia when you got a lying New Jersey Yankee carpetbagger that come in to destroy this country. And besides that, she not only is that, she's corrupt as shit because she give her husband company a grant. Big money. Ain't that a quid pro quo? Ain't that a conflict of interest? Not them Democrats. No, she's allowed to give her husband company all the money he wants. I guess that's what you call, I guess the old saying, fake it till you make it. So I guess that's what it is, ain't it? You better get back to God, family, country. And you better just get up and vote. Especially here in Virginia. Vote no by April 21st on this redistricting. Stop the cheat. Got Obama in here, in this country. Well, I mean, in this state. Ain't he the one that said that if you like your doctor, you can keep it? Now he's on here telling Virginians to vote yes. Well, here's what I say. If you want to keep your state, vote no. But anyway, people won't watch it this long. The good Lord willing, I'll see you next time, and God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. God bless.